Claude just launched something called Claude Design, and it has quietly made making professional animations as simple as writing a prompt. And the best part is you do not need to know a single line of code to use it. The video you're watching right now was fully edited by AI. You describe what you want, text on screen like this, animated captions like this, motion graphics, charts, brand visuals, even moving your face around on the frame. Claude builds it to a standard I would say most studios will charge you thousands of dollars for. In my opinion, this is game changing for VSLs and YouTube videos especially. The animations you're seeing on screen right now were built in Claude Design. And guess what? None of it took longer than a few prompts. If you've been holding back from creating video content because some parts of it felt overwhelming, then Claude Design is 100% for you. Comment Claude below and I'll send you a full guide on how to make animated videos using Claude Design. Okay, so this is going to be a quick guide. It's not going to be a walkthrough. Disclaimer. I'm just going to share with you the very quick tips that will help me and best practices, what you should do first, what you shouldn't do, how to set up Claude Design, and basically how to get the best results out of Claude Design. Also, another caveat, Claude Design is a little bit expensive, so which is why I said it would only make sense for like VSLs, YouTube videos, things you do once in a while, say once a week, once a month, not your regular everyday content. Even on the max plan, it consumes quite a bit. But something good that they have done is your Claude Design credit is separate from your regular Claude credit. And by the way, this presentation was designed by Claude, not Claude Design, just regular Claude. Claude Design is majorly for animated presentations and slide decks. But let's get into it. So first thing is, how do you get your video from a raw trim to what we had in our the example I showed you guys. Basically, the first thing you want to do is to trim your video, which because Claude is not replacing your editing team. Basically, it just helps you make animations and visualizations, which I think would cost you some money if you're going to get somebody, a motion designer, to do that manually for you. So the video needs to be trimmed, cut out the mistakes, cut out the dead air, make sure there are no false starts before you do anything. Claude Design works better when you have the well trimmed video. Claude Design, yet again, is not your video editor. Claude Design would help you improve and visualize the things you're saying in that video. Next is you want to export your subtitle file as a JSON transcript. In Premiere Pro or any tool you use, you can export just the subtitle file as JSON. JSON is important because it comes with, I think it comes out in code that AI can easily read. And when it transcribes that code, it gives it the text and the timestamps in a way it doesn't mistake. Because other formats I've tested, kind of like it messes it up. So export in JSON from Premiere Pro. I usually use Premiere Pro. And thirdly, you want to set up the branding in Claude Design. So I'm going to show you my Claude Design. I'll show you my Claude Design so we kind of like have a good preview of what it looks like. Basically, you want to first set up your entire what's it called, branding. So when you come into Claude Design, this is exactly what you see. And you have prototype. You can design from a prototype. You can design a slide deck. For videos, we want to do it from template, right? Then you want to go ahead and name your project, and you want to click on animation. That's right here, animation. And this is very important. This is like the most important thing here, the design system. You want to have made or made your design system, because basically if you look at the presentation we're working off now, this is my design system with the pink, with my logo and everything. This is me. I have fed Claude all of my colors, my fonts, and he has built me a design system. So anything I ask it to make now, it uses my colors, uses my logo, my branding. You need to do the same thing in Claude Design. And what I found best was you feed Claude your logo, your font, your colors, or just feed it your logo, and from your logo you can pull out your colors, matching colors, all of those things that would make a good brand doc, and it will give you a brand doc you can feed into Claude Design, right? At the end of the day, when it gives you your design system, when it gives you your design system, so basically this is how the conversation went. Like I said, this is going to be a guide, not a walkthrough. I kind of like created the design system and I updated to-do lists. Like I basically fed it all of the things Claude gave me. Claude would just tell Claude, this is my logo, this is my font, these are my colors. Help me build a design system for Claude Design, and it gives you a full to-do list that Claude Design starts building out. And at the end of the day, what Claude Design designs is something built out something like this. It gives me my brand logo in different variations. So basically, what Claude Design does with your design system is it kind of like builds out a design system that you can use for whatever kind of presentation or design or videos or slide decks you would want to make in Claude Design. So here you can see my logos. I could either say looks good or needs work. If I say it needs work, then Claude Design is going to ask me some questions and help me review it. So if I ever wanted to do a UI type animation presentation, or even in Claude Code, Claude Design already has like a template for me, right? If I ever want to, my font styles, he has created different variations for headlines, for body, scale preferences. It basically builds out your entire design branding document, right? It has all my colors and the different tints. Okay, if I was going to do a dark mode, what colors would you use? Neutrals, basically everything you would require in a design branding doc. And I didn't do this manually. I just gave Claude my logo, and Claude took my logo and extrapolated and gave Claude Design a to-do list. That's the first thing you want to do, right? You see, this is like similar to what I have in this document we're reading from now. This is the background and things like grid backdrop. All of this is Claude. Like literally, I didn't tell it anything, right? So if you have done that, you're practically halfway there with making videos in Claude. Then you want to go to from template, click on animation, make sure you select your design system, which is basically your branding, and you click create from template, right? And what happens when you click create from template? There are two separate ways you can make videos from Claude. So when you start what we just went through, there are two ways you can make videos from Claude. You can use Claude as a middleman, or you can go straight to Claude Design and give it creative freedom. This is my pick, by the way, but the first option is to take your JSON transcript, feed it into Claude, and tell Claude, I want to make an animation for this video. Help me recommend to Claude Design the part it can animate and what it can do better. And Claude basically builds you out. I can show you an example of what I did with that kind of output and how it came out, right? To be honest, it was a little bit difficult working that way, because when Claude kind of like built out the initial prompt for the video, it's rigid. It's harder to, like, if you can see here, this is basically Claude telling it at 013 to 016 have a text on screen, at this have this. It was harder for me to make corrections after I finished. If you can see, this is the animation layer. Basically, I haven't added my video so it loads faster, but these are like the animations that you can easily just add your video in the background. I realized it loads faster if I do this way, as opposed to giving Claude the full video file. I just give it the JSON transcript and tell it to build out the animation layer, and it does it, and then I add the video. See here, you can select video file. But the point is, with this, I struggled a lot to make a lot of corrections, because the initial transcripts came from Claude, basically, and Claude had already told you what to do. So I was struggling so much to actually make sense or to make corrections. It just kept kind of like, it felt like I was fighting with the initial prompt. So what I had to do is I went I just started from scratch, basically. And as simple as it sounds, I basically just asked Claude to make me a motion design for this transcript, right? And that was it. That was it. Like literally, I just said an animation motion layer for this video with bold motion design covering full screens and on my and um using my branding basically. And I also just told it my face would be on the left side of this video, so most of the animation should be on the right. And I got much better output from Claude without working from Claude, like helping Claude help me with the prompting, because I've realized it's a design tool. It kind of like already knows what to do. Give it as much freedom as possible, and that way when you need to change something, it's not battling with an initial body of text you already gave it as the background layer. And that's how you built out this, like you saw in the template video. So like I said, I haven't added my video file. It loads faster for me when I do without the videos, and then I add the video right after. But this is it. This is practically all. And it was just one prompt, if you can see here. Then I just said also video is 16:9. Most of the elements should be either full screen or 30%, 30 to 40% to the right side of the screen, as the speaker's face is on the left, because Claude cannot really read the video. He can read the JSON transcript, and that's how I got that demo video you guys saw that brought you here. And that's it. That's how you build out animations. And like I said again, I think this is best for VSLs and YouTube videos. It's quite expensive for everyday short form content. I'm still testing it right now with short form content, but I think it just isn't worth it, because even on the $90 plan, it kind of like runs out after like a few videos. So it's not a workflow I think is at the moment is practical for every day. Like say I'll definitely share when I find a good short form workflow. But again, at the moment, I think Claude is quite expensive for that. So use it for your website videos, your VSLs, your illustrations and things like that. Yeah, so it's this me saying iteration based structure. Instead of having a structure from Claude, make sure it's looser. Just give it a simple prompt. Let Claude know the size of the video, where your face is in the video, so you can move the animations around for that. And that's it. That's basically how you build out videos. This is a simple guide. It was not a walkthrough, but I hope this helped. This is how you build out video animations in Claude Design.